They called him the ghost who refused to die. A man who walked into suicide missions and kept walking back out. His commanders told him, "You won't survive this one." He smiled, packed his rifle, and said, "Then I'll see you in hell." Before you scroll, hit subscribe for more forgotten WW2 legends like this one, because this is the story of the American who cheated death over and over again.
His name was Jack Lummis, a Texas boy turned Marine. Before the war, he was a football star with the New York Giants. But when Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, he traded his jersey for a rifle and joined the deadliest fight of the Pacific, Iwo Jima. His name was Jack Lummis, a Texas boy turned Marine. Before the war, he was a football star with the New York Giants. But when Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, he traded his jersey for a rifle and joined the deadliest fight of the Pacific, Iwo Jima.
On paper, Iwo Jima was a rock, just 8 square miles. But beneath that rock was hell itself. Japanese soldiers were buried in tunnels, bunkers, and death traps. Every inch was booby-trapped, every hill soaked with blood.
Lummis wasn't supposed to survive the first assault. He led a platoon of Marines against machine gun nests that spat fire from underground. Every man before him had fallen, but Lummis didn't stop.
When bullets tore through his uniform, he kept moving. When grenades burst near his feet, he charged anyway. He was the kind of soldier who refused to die quietly, and his men followed him through the smoke because he never asked them to go where he wouldn't.
On March 8, 1945, his unit was pinned down by 3 Japanese bunkers. One after another, he attacked, alone. He hurled grenades into the first, silenced the second with his rifle, and stormed the third with nothing but a bayonet and rage.
By now, Lummis had already been hit twice. Shrapnel sliced through his shoulder. A bullet grazed his neck. He should have fallen, but instead, he shouted, "Let's keep moving, boys!"
Then came the blast. He stepped on a buried landmine. The explosion ripped through his legs, tearing them apart. Even then, he didn't stop. Lying in the dirt, bleeding out, he still called out orders, directing his men toward victory. When medics finally reached him, he whispered, "Tell them I got those bastards. That's all that matters."
They carried him back to base, but the damage was too great. As doctors worked to save him, he smiled faintly and said, "Well, I guess the Giants have lost a good end, haven't they?"
Those were his final words. Hours later, he was gone. Jack Lummis was just 29 years old, but his name would echo across Marine history.
For his bravery at Iwo Jima, he was posthumously awarded the Medal of Honor. The citation read that he continued to lead his men even after being mortally wounded. But the truth is, he never stopped leading, even in death.
What made him different? Some say it was the athlete in him, the discipline, the fight. Others say he simply refused to live an ordinary life. He wanted to die doing something that mattered.
There's a strange kind of peace in men like Lummis. They don't run from death, they race it. And sometimes they win, if only for a moment. Decades later, surviving Marines still spoke his name with reverence. They said he wasn't human, he was something else. Maybe they were right, because in a world built on fear, Jack Lummis was a man who feared nothing.
When his body was brought home to Texas, thousands lined the roads to honor him. His football team retired his jersey, but the Marines, they remembered something deeper, his unbreakable will.
In the end, Lummis's story isn't just about war. It's about courage, raw, unfiltered, and unafraid. The kind of courage that walks into the mouth of death and somehow comes back smiling.
So the next time someone tells you heroes only exist in movies, remember Jack Lummis, the man who volunteered for suicide missions and came back again and again until he couldn't.
He wasn't the strongest, he wasn't the fastest, but when the world turned to fire, he stood his ground and never flinched.
Jack Lummis didn't just fight for his country. He fought for his brothers, for the men beside him, and for a world that would one day remember his name. They say heroes die once, but legends, they never stop coming back. And Jack Lummis is one of them. If you ever walk through a Marine cemetery and see his name, stop. Remember the man who defied death and whisper the words he lived by. Let's keep moving, boys.
Because some men don't die in battle. They live forever in the stories we tell. And this one will never be forgotten. This was the story of Jack Lummis, the American who volunteered for suicide missions and kept coming back until death finally caught up. But by then, he had already won. If you want more dark, untold WW2 stories like this one, subscribe and join us as we uncover the forgotten heroes who shaped history, one battle at a time. If you want more of dark history videos like this, subscribe.